So you grab some plants from TCD's native plant sale. Amazing choice. These little guys are going to look incredible in your yard, support local pollinators, and honestly, they're way tougher than they look. To give them the best start possible, we're going to cover 4 basic tips. How to prep your planting site, how to get your plant out of its cone, how to plant at the proper depth, and how to water in properly. This is beginner friendly, just enough to get you started and set your plants up for success. Let's get into it. I just picked these up from the native plant sale and I'm taking them home with me. I gotta be extra careful to not let these guys roll around. Before I get planting, I'm gonna give these guys a drink and put them in a sheltered spot where it's not too windy and there's not too much hail. Before you put a single plant in the ground, you need to prep your site. Pick your favorite tools. I have lots to choose from. Pull out any weeds, roots and all, and remove any rocks or debris. Then you gotta break up the soil. Native plants are tough, but compacted soil makes it hard for the roots to spread and get established. You don't need to go too deep, just loosen things up in the area where you're planting. Think of it like fluffing a pillow. Your plant will thank you. Also, pro tip, and this one trips people up, mulch before you plant, not after. Aim for 1 to 3 inches of medium textured mulch. Grass clippings, shredded leaves, weed-free straw, all work great. Spread it across your whole planting bed first, then move it out of the way to dig each hole so that when you're ready to plant your plug, you can just pull the mulch back around it when you're done. It's way easier than trying to work mulch in between plants after you plant them. Mulch helps hold moisture, stabilize soil temperatures, and suppress all those weeds that you just spent time pulling. So don't skip it. Now I'm going to show you how to handle your plant plug. If you don't want to rip these little guys to shreds, here's a few simple tips for you to follow. Don't yank it from the top, or you might snap the stem or disturb the roots. Instead, make sure the soil is damp and gently squeeze the sides of the cone to loosen the soil. And tip the cone upside down and hit the edge on a blunt object. I'm using this hori-hori. And the plug will slide right out. The root ball should come out in one clean piece. If it's holding on, just keep working those sides. Nice and easy. That's it. See? Already a plant parent. Now it's time for the main event, digging your hole. Here's the most important part. You want to pay attention to the root crown. That's where the roots meet the stem. You want that right at the soil surface, not above and not below. Get an idea of how deep a hole you'll need to dig by using a tool for comparison. I'm using a hori-hori blade here. Dig your hole just large enough for the root ball to sit snugly. You're not digging a swimming pool here, just enough for the roots to settle in comfortably. When in doubt, crouch down and take a look from the side. You'll know when it looks right. And like we mentioned earlier, once you got that plant leveled up, just spread that mulch back around the base of the plant. Easy peasy. And one more thing, unlike trees and shrubs, we don't recommend messing with the roots. It's just not necessary for plants this size and potentially stresses the plant. Leave them alone. The moment your plant is in the ground, water it. Don't wait. Watering right away collapses any air pockets around the roots that can potentially stress the plant out. Give it a good, slow, thorough drink and let the water soak in. But be careful, don't overwater. We recommend double checking that your water is nice and cool. Dark colored hoses left out in the sun have the potential to superheat water that can damage and kill your plants. And here's a bonus tip that we highly recommend. Label your plants. It sounds small, but come next spring when everything is just starting to poke back up, you might not remember which plant is which or where you put them. A simple wooden stake or even a popsicle stick with the name written in permanent marker goes a long way. Future you will be very grateful. And that's it. Prep your site, Loosen your plant plug, plant at the right depth, water immediately, and maybe label as you go. Those are just a few simple tips you can follow and you're set up for success. Teton Conservation District ensures that all these plants are native to our county. They're built for our climate, our soils, and our wildlife. Once they're established, they're remarkably low maintenance. You're just giving them a great head start. Thanks for supporting TCD's native plant sale, and good luck out there. We can't wait to see what you grow.